Peace, everybody. Bud Brownsville back at it again. And I'm extremely excited because what I've been trying to get to for many years is to begin growing my own food. And in doing so, you want to make sure that you get the right type of soil so that you're putting the right nutrients into whatever you're growing. And one of the ways that you do that is by composting. Composting is when you take table scraps, you take vegetables, grass clippings, and you reintroduce it back into the soil so that the nutrients now revitalize the actual soil. If you notice a tree, when it has fruit growing and the fruit drops off the tree, because everything's in the season. Once the fruit gets to a certain ripeness, it falls down and it falls right by the tree. That now will go into the soil and it will replenish the soil. Mother Nature knows what it's doing. Now, because of the food that we eat is grown in soil that is constantly being used because they have to keep up with the demand to feed everyone, oftentimes they don't have the time to compost or actually treat the soil in the way that it needs to be treated. So if you ever get the opportunity to make your own or grow your own food, take the time out to do composting, and your yields, the quality of your fruits, vegetables, what have you, will be much better. So basically, I have yet to get a professional composter, and I'm going to crawl before I walk because I'm new to all of this. Good quality one where it tumbles on its own and it contains the temperatures and what have you. I'm going to introduce mealworm, or I forgot the exact name for the worms that you buy, that you put inside your compost. It helps with the soil. So I'm starting with this bucket, little $9 bucket from wherever I got it from. And what I'm going to start with also is scraps. You got the pieces of the onion after you cut it apart. You know, you use the innermost parts of it. You still have the skin. All of this is compostable. Compostable. Eggshells, tea bags. I cook with ginger. I use ginger and turmeric a lot, so the skin from the vegetable, the fruit, you know, all of that is compostable. Instead of throwing it in the trash and going to the landfill, it can actually replenish and revitalize what you're growing. So I'm going to dump this thing here because there's a few things that's in here that I may not remember offhand. The eggshells, cucumbers, broccoli, the stem from the broccoli. I think that's spinach. Now, when you're composting, and potato skins, when you're composting, you want to shy away from using anything animal fat, the bones, the skin, the meat, anything that can give off an odor of which an animal will tend to come and try to, you know, get into your compost bin. So potato skins, fruits, vegetables, when they decompose, they have a little smell to them, but it's not as bad as animal fats and things of that nature. Now, what I'm going to do here, and this is a lot of waste, and I don't have that much shredded paper. So the compost mixture that I'm going to do is the actual scraps, shredded paper, and I'm going to get some, I forgot the name of the soil. By the time I make this video, I have the name of the soil that I'm going to buy. You're going to buy some, I think it's composting soil. You leave it for 2, 3, or 4 days, and then you turn it. 2 or 3 more days more, and then you turn it. And you want to make sure that you don't put too much waste or too much scraps in there and it can't break down efficiently. So if anything, I should get another bucket and put half of what I put inside here into another one and, nurture it. Here we have a view inside of the composting bucket, and you see eggshells and peppers. I'm gonna mix this as much as possible and let it sit, let it decompose, and give it 2 to 3 days, like I said, and turn it again, and turn it again, and turn it again. Now also, it was suggested that you break down or you chop up the waste into small pieces. It makes it easier for them to break down. So these big pieces of onion I'm going to leave alone. I did the potato skins as small as I can get them, or I broke them down as much as I can. Eggshells, I'm just going to crunch them. But this is inside the compost bin, and this is without the soil. This is just the shredded paper and all of the waste material. All right, scraps. All right, so that's basically how this is done, and I'll show you more as we progress. Do you add water to this mixture? I believe no. I'm going to do some more research on it. I don't believe so. I think it makes its own moisture. I'm going to have to put a few holes inside this bucket so it can breathe a little bit. But once these natural materials break down, from the skins, the potato skins, to the onions, to the cucumber that's inside here, it's gonna generate natural mites, or what do you call those things? Maggots. These things are gonna form. Microorganisms are gonna form and start breaking down this matter and turn it into a usable source, usable matter. Okay. All right. So I'll show you more later. It can't break down efficiently. So if anything, I should get another bucket and put half of what I put inside here into another one and, nurture it. But this is the first, and I'm bringing you in on, the details and let you see what I'm doing here. And I'll definitely do follow-up so that you know how it's going and, how it looks. All right. So this is composting, the beginner stages of composting. As I do more, I'll come back to you and show you more, and show you exactly what I'm doing and how my yields come out. I'm also going to show you here the plants and vegetables that I'm going to be planting. So you're going to see that right here. All right, so if you have any tips for me, any suggestions, feel free to put them down in the comments and let me know what your thoughts are on composting and growing your own food. All right, thank you, and I'll see you next time.